One of the purposes of these videos through the whole journey has been for me to be able to look at my behaviour objectively, so to enable other people to look at my behaviour objectively as an experiment in accessing of genius. How do you become genius? And I make no claim to be a genius, but I make every claim that I can access genius. And I found a way to do it. And I found when it's the best and how to do it, and the mornings are the best time. And so part of this experience has been last night. When I woke up, I slept really well. I've been struggling to sleep because I've been too excited. Imagine when you get triggered and you feel this adrenaline in your body. I've been experiencing that, but I create it myself through knowing that the rapture has begun and then knowing what awaits us. It's there all the time, and it becomes like a level to try to learn to live at. It's brilliant because it's doable. And then once you're there, you can then settle it a little more. You settle. You're just nestling into this bed of excitement. So that's what life is supposed to feel like. So I haven't been sleeping very well. Last night, like a log, 8 o'clock, woke up at 6:30, and I had a feeling I'd been somewhere, that I'd come back. The real sense I'd come back to my body, relaxed and ready for another day. Really recharged, repolarized, if you like, it felt. And so I looked at Twitter, there's some questions about stuff, and Geezer's getting my stuff. It's brilliant. Brilliant. We're right there. The double slit and the third axis theorem, which using models are already available, nothing new at all, just assembled in the right order, is going to deliver this explanation because it's the solution to the double slit experiment. So beautifully. And I didn't know that when I woke up this morning, but going through this process of thinking about the third axis and how I present it, looking at the big questions about the double slit and the mathematician's model of the YZ axis, how I can bring those two together, and then I realised that I'd been given that information last night, and I'd forgotten, but now I've remembered that I was given it. And this is what happens. When we go through these cycles as a species of death, all together, it's just like going to sleep, and you just wake up again. There'll be no moment in between. You'll just step straight from this world into the world of sleep, but you'll know you're there. That's the difference. And it'll all make sense. And trust that it'll all make sense. And look at some near-death experiences, please. Recent ones. They're getting so clear now, the messages to us about what happens when you die. It's just like going to sleep if you just say your prayers and Daddy tucks you in and you sleep soundly in your bed and you wake up in a new world. It could be like that. It could be. If you can choose to step into this information. If you're forced to step into it, it's going to be harder, and you're going to be forced into it because the solution to the double slit and the intermediate axis theorem is the theory of everything. The truth so clearly written, so obvious, so simple, a 5-year-old child will understand it. That you'll be forced to recognise who you are. And it's going to be very hard for some of you, really hard. And that's why I talk about forgiveness. That's the only way into this. Suicide is not an option. You can do it. Do it. See what happens. What you're doing is you're making it worse for everyone. What we want to do is prepare a nest of loveliness ahead of us. Think about the deaths that have occurred up to this point and the nest of awfulness that awaits you. If you cause that, you're stepping into that hell that you just created. If we stop that hell now and spend 6 weeks building a nest of loveliness, that will be ready for us. That's what will await us. That's how fast it is. All of us are going to go in one go. If you choose to commit suicide because you can't handle what you've done, you're going to step into that hell, 1. 2, you're just adding to the hell, making it worse for us who've left behind. So your job, for those of you who've behaved really badly, is to really make up. And you just find ways to make up for it, okay? You think about it. Really think about what I'm saying to you. And you think about ways that you can make it up to us, to those of us who you've stiffed. And I'm going right back to 1927. And I'm talking to you, Louis Vuitton. You. Yeah? You know, you just talk to us. Just tell us the fucking truth, Louis. Come on. You've got all the gen. You've got the link right back to A. Vuitton, 1900, and the Sachs funding of the PCA. Okay? The link to corruption to the PCA is so obvious now. It's you, Louis, and you're alive. You've lived for this reason, to tell us the story, to be the number one person who switches from black to white, and you step across the veil, Louis. I offer it to you. Yeah? Confession's good for the soul. Welcome to New Earth.